We're looking at a Spanish 21-year-old with gobs of potential. Let's see how he turns out. This is Bryan Gil, the Spanish G, 21-year-old, currently on loan with Sevilla from Tottenham, rated at 19 million to 56 million, 80K per week. Wow, until 2023, only as a squad player. But he's got some serious versatility, first and foremost, and some serious numbers. Dribbling of 16, 14s and 13s abound, technique of 14, flair of 17, acceleration of 16, pace of 14. He's got some fantastic numbers, and I really am interested to see how he grows in the next 10 years. You can see, I mean, he does look very, very good. I don't know how much you can actually pry him off of Tottenham for is the big question, and one that wouldn't be answered anyway until the end of the season when his loan ends with Sevilla. Milestone-wise, you can see he's got a couple already. Senior club debut, scored for his senior club, Olympic Games winner in 2021, first international cap against Greece, and then relegation from La Liga with Eibar. So he's been around the block, has moved around the block as well. I mean, you can see Leganes, Sevilla, Atletico, Eibar, Tottenham, Valencia, Sevilla. So he's been around the place. The next 10 years are going to be crucial in his development, and I really can't wait to see where he ends up. So let's just jump on in. At the end of the 2033 season, you can see he's found his way to PSG through Nice somehow. But contracted to PSG, he's rated at 0, so I'm assuming his contract ends right now. At the end of 2033. So he is considering his options. We'll see what happens once we move on to his retirement stage. But overall, he's leaving. That's pretty much all we can see. 155K per week until the end of the season. Well, pretty much right now. He is 32 years old, only 16 caps and 3 goals. But his versatility is through the roof, I have to say. He's got a couple more greens. His dribbling, I know, was in the green at one point, dropped down to 14 somehow. Some of these other numbers just have not grown. 13s and 14s. Acceleration has dropped, pace has dropped, but still definitely good enough to continue his career for another couple of seasons at least. But I mean, overall, yeah, his contract is expiring, so he will most likely not be at PSG next season. So as you can see, he did move, well, let's see, Sevilla to Sevilla Atletico, Sevilla Leganes on a loan, Eibar on a loan, picked up by Tottenham for 21.5 million, Valencia, Sevilla on a loan, back to Tottenham, did not play very well for Tottenham, did not play much at all, and then loaned out £2 million loan to Nice, picked up by Nice, 25.5 million the next season. And then, I mean, he did very well, moved on to PSG for 69 million and has been there ever since. Not getting a lot of game time, especially in the later stages, 21, 13, or 13 and 2. Maybe injuries, we'll see that in a moment. But, I mean, 7-7-3 in 25 matches, 28, 7-6-9. He had a couple of fantastic seasons at PSG. That alone makes him very qualified for you to scout if you're in the upper tiers, the League Ones and all that. Definitely scout him, see how he does in your save. I'm not sure if I mentioned this. He's rated at negative 9.5, which is, I believe, 160 to 190. So if he's on the upper side of that, he is going to be, I mean, Messi-esque, Ronaldo-esque. He is going to be lights out. Probably would have moved a lot sooner than he did here in 27-28. But, I mean, nurture him. See how he does. His potential is definitely fantastic enough for pretty much any squad. Milestones, you can see the ones we saw before. Bought by Nice, 25.5. Europa Conference League winners with Nice. Very nice. Conference League Player of the Season runner-up. Uber Eats most assists in the competition, 3rd place. Bought by PSG. Yeah, he had a fantastic time. Cup champions, first international goal against Kosovo, League One Uber Eats Foreign Player of the Year, Spanish seasonal best 11s, Coupe de France, League One Conference champions. You'd expect that with PSG. He's got a lot to his name. UEFA Champions League winners, PSG finally winning the Champions League. And then, so he's got a lot to his name, both personal as well as team-based. Not a lot of Spain ones, except for, Olympic Games winner. He's got the, first international cap and things like that, first international goal. But yeah, definitely doing well. Injuries, he doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's a little, average. Half slight, half moderate. You got 2 minors in there. So it could be a couple of weeks that he's out if he gets an injury. It could be just a couple of days. So definitely not anything to worry about if you pick this kid up, it looks like. Bio-wise, you could see great record of 14 competition wins to his name. Also earned recognition for the Conference League Player of the Season runner-up, most assist competition runner-up, Foreign Player of the Year for League One Uber Eats on 2 occasions, and League One Uber Eats Best Player. So he has definitely been around the block. I was actually going to show you the tactics and how he's been used, but he didn't play much. So I'm not even going to bother with that. So we're going to skip right now to the end of his career and see where he ends up and how he's done. Well, 2036, he's probably one of the earliest retirees that we've had. His versatility still looks fantastic, but he is at the New York Red Bulls in MLS, 110 to 325K right now. It does not say his plans are to retire. However, he is not in the database anymore at 2037. So he is a regular starter making 25.5K per week. I mean, they would have been a fantastic pickup prior to the season, but I could see if we get a career stats, he after PSG moved to Norwich on a free. He didn't do anything that 2034-35 season until he moved to Red Bulls. 575K. Did okay. 31 appearances, 709, 17 appearances the next season, 681. Definitely kind of time to call it a career. He's definitely up there, both in age and just stats are starting to dwindle. I mean, 10 acceleration, pace of 9. You're becoming that old man fogey that's just kind of like, oh, use my walker to get around. But, I mean, some of these numbers still, crossing of 15 is fantastic. 13s and 14s abound. 18 flare, the one thing that's gone up. So some of his numbers are fantastic. Some are just dwindling, as you'd expect. Injury-wise, again, still a couple moderate slights, really nothing to shake a stick at. He doesn't have too many big issues, so I definitely wouldn't be concerned about that. I also looked at his milestones. Nothing there except it being picked up by Norwich and then bought by Red Bulls. So overall, really not a lot to add to this, except this is when he retires. And I would say, again, highly suggest scouting him. Probably for pretty much any European team, definitely take a look. But that is it for the career of Bryan Gil. I am Sevilla FM for the Football Manager blog channel saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.